Welcome to part 3 of the 1983 Jackson restoration videos. And today we'll be cleaning up the fretboard and rehydrating it again. And I'll be using F1 oil, which is a very highly recommended oil for guitar fretboards. And I also have an old toothbrush to get in the grain of the rosewood, and a clean napkin or a cloth of your choice. And what I do is I normally do 5 frets at a time. And I scrub really well with the toothbrush, because with the toothbrush it gets in the grain of the rosewood, and with maple it's a closed grain, so you could just use like a normal napkin or a cloth. And I also try to avoid the frets. I don't really want to scrape on the frets because a little bit of black dirt sometimes comes off of them. And I let it soak for around like 20 minutes or so. I have my phone timer right there, and I use a clean cloth to make sure no dirt gets spread around to each fret. And I wipe off the frets with another separate napkin, because you will see it comes off a little bit dark. And after every 2 frets or so, I like to change the cloth out or just rotate the paper around to make sure no more dirt gets spread around. Alright, and for the polishing of the guitar, I'm using a turtle wax rubbing compound and meguiar scratch remover, which I've used on other guitars, and it leaves me with great results, and I highly recommend them. I also have a microfiber cloth to make sure I clean up any compounds that's left over. And I have the Velcro foam pads, and I make sure I use the very soft ones. And I bought this pack on eBay for around $8 or $9 a year ago. And it comes with a variety of foam pads, like different colors and different strengths. And it also comes with the electric drill attachment, so you can attach it to your drill. And it's Velcro, so you could easily take it on or off to clean it or rinse it off with water whenever you're done. And as you'll see, I'll cover up the electronics on the guitar to make sure no compound gets squirted in there and gets dried up in there. And I start off with a very slow setting, and I try to go evenly. I try to work in sections and not all at once, because sometimes the compound tends to dry up really fast and you don't want to get any scratches with it. And I always move around left and right, up and down, and I go in circles. I never stay in one spot. The most important thing is to always move around, never stay in one position on the guitar. And for the back of the guitar, you can see I have a lot more area to cover, and I don't have any electronics or bridge parts or any knobs in the way for me. So this one's going to be a little bit easier for me to do. So I applied a compound on the foam wheel, just a little generous amount, maybe like 2 pea sizes maybe. And I start working in sections as well. And on the neck of the guitar, you can see I'm going to do the exact same thing, just apply a little generous amount on the foam wheel. And then just start going up and down, left and right, going in circles, and make sure I cover every little bit of area on the neck. And then once it's dried up, I just use the microfiber cloth and clean up the areas. And on the camera here, you can tell that once the compound starts to dry up, it turns a little gray or like foggy or a little bit cloudy on the finish. But with the microfiber cloth, again, you want to work in sections and just clean up the area. And you can tell here that one half is really dark and the other half is like really pasty and dry. But that's normal for all compounds. And then I applied the meguiar scratch remover, and I don't use a foam wheel for that. I just do it by hand with the microfiber cloth. And the same thing applies, just put a little bit on the cloth and just start working in your sections. And with this one, you don't really have to be afraid about staying in one area for a long time, because your hand doesn't move as fast as the foam wheel. So you don't have anything to worry about here. You can just use the rag and just let the rag do the work. And you don't have to worry about speed, just work at your own pace. It is a little time consuming, but at the end you will see a big difference. And for a 38-year-old guitar, I know there's some dinks and some really deep scratches on there, but I'm not really too picky on that, because for its age, it's still in good condition to me. So I just wanted to really remove the grime and all the sweat marks and everything that was on it over the years. So that was my main goal for this video. But later on, I will use some wood filler and a little bit of black dye to cover up those big dinks that you see on the front and on the pointy ends. And these products that I use, you can find them online or on Amazon or pretty much any retail website. So I can list them in the description as well, in case you want to do your own project and you want to use some products. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There will be a couple more parts coming up here regarding the 1983 Jackson. So just stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and leave a like on this video and subscribe as well.